Good morning, students. Today we'll start with the part 2 of chapter 1, that is Rise of British Rule in India. Now, you people have studied about discovery of India, then arrival of Europeans, Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar. Now, we have seen that after Battle of Buxar, the British got right to collect revenue in India. That incident was the first incident where they got the power. Now we'll study expansion of company rule in India. So how they expanded their empire in India. The English government passed a regulating act in 1773 AD, according to which the governor of Bengal was made the governor general and all the trade and political activities of the company were brought under his direct control. The Mumbai Madras governor and his council were brought under him. Thus, Warren Hastings became the first Governor General of India. During his tenure, the first Maratha War and the second Mysore War with Hyder Ali of Mysore was waged. The problems for the East India Company increased because it had to face both the powers simultaneously. See, Marathas were very big in power. छत्रपति शिवाजी और उनके पावर पेशवा को हम सब जानते हैं. And then Hyder Ali of Mysore. Mysore is a place of Karnataka state. So he was also a very powerful king. So they had to face महाराष्ट्र और कर्नाटका. So वो दोनों ही स्टेट में से उनको बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम फेस करनी पड़ रही थी. सी अभी जो स्टेट है वैसे तब नहीं हुआ करते थे, बट एवरी पीपल वर हैविंग अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन और उसी हिसाब से बाद में इंडिया में स्टेट्स बने हैं. सो कॉर्नवालिस took over as Governor General after Warren Hastings. During the tenure of Cornwallis, the Third Mysore War took place with Tipu Sultan, famously known as Tiger of Mysore. The company had to join hand with the Marathas and the Nizam to defeat Tipu Sultan. See, Nizam was a king of Hyderabad. Hyderabad is the place of Andhra Pradesh. So what company did? They joined hand with Marathas and with Nizam of Hyderabad to fight with Hyder Ali. So with Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan could not win against the combined forces and had to accept the treaty. So thus company started to expand its empire. After Cornwallis, Sir John Shore became the Governor General. Due to some rigid policies adopted by him, the East India Company's fame declined and Marathas became stronger. So the Governor General Wellesley, who came after John Shore, got the responsibility of making the company supreme in India. For this, Wellesley introduced the subsidiary alliance system. Was a sweet poison system. We'll study about that. The conditions of the system and the state adopted this system are as follows. See, subsidiary alliance system. We'll study the terms and conditions of the subsidiary alliance system. The army trained by the East India Company government will be provided to the state that accept this system. जो भी स्टेट ये सिस्टम को एक्सेप्ट करता है, whenever they require, ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी अपनी ट्रेन आर्मी उनको देगी लड़ाई करने के लिए. ऐसे तो देगी नहीं. सो व्हाट इन रिटर्न द स्टेट एक्सेप्टिंग द सिस्टम विल प्रोवाइड फॉर द आर्मी और गिव अवे प्रोविंस with equivalent income to the Britishers. In return, what? A state accepting this system will provide its army when Britishers need. See, now for example, अगर मराठास ने ये सिस्टम एक्सेप्ट की है, सो अगर मराठा जब हैदर अली के साथ झगड़ते या टीपू सुल्तान के साथ झगड़ते हैं या निज़ाम के साथ झगड़ते हैं, एट दैट टाइम दे विल आस्क ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी टू गिव इट्स आर्मी. And when British require, they will ask the Marathas. And if they are not wanting to give them army, they will have to give them the provinces or equivalent income. Then, without the permission of the company, a state will not wage a war or sign treaty with others. See, now ये तो ultimately बॉस जैसा हो गया कि अगर कुछ भी करना है तो मुझे पूछ के करो. सो कंपनी झगड़ा होने ही नहीं देगी और जो भी स्टेट ये सिस्टम एक्सेप्ट करती है उनको उनको पैसे देने ही पड़ते रहेंगे. So without a permission of the company, they cannot wage a war. There will be one English representative in the state assembly. अब जो भी स्टेट की असेंबली है वहाँ पे उनका एक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव रहेगा. So whatever things are decided by a state ultimately will be known to the Britishers in advance, and they will plan their policy accordingly. Other foreigners not to be employed in the state. Now no other foreigners can be employed. So obviously उस region पे सिर्फ Britishers ही rule करेंगे. It was like a very sweet poison. बहुत सोच समझ के from very either you go to this side or you go to this side. फ़ायदा इसमें Britishers का होने वाला था. The state rulers who accepted the subsidiary alliance system were Nizam, Mysore, Awadh, Gaikwad, Sindhya, Bhosle and Holkar. This all state accepted this system. यहाँ पे ऐसा है कि these kings were not wanting, or I don't know what, they were not wanting to fight, or they were getting the ready-made item, ready-made army. So they accepted this system, but it was really like a very sweet poison. This system was like a sweet poison. By implementing this system, Wellesley annexed many provinces and expanded the rule of the East India Company. Governor General Wellesley asked Tipu Sultan to accept the subsidiary alliance system, which he refused. For declining the alliance system, the company, with the support of Nizam, attacked Mysore in 1799. During the Fourth Mysore War, Tipu lost his life while fighting against Britishers. After Wellesley, Hastings came to India as Governor General. He waged a war with Nepal and made Gurkhas to join the army. Hastings fought a battle with Pindharas and took control over them. With the Third Maratha War, the supremacy of the company was established. Pindharas से ये वीर पिक्चर सलमान खान की आप लोगों ने देखी होगी. In that they have shown Pindharas. Pindharas are actually the people like Banjaras. So they fought with Hastings fought a battle with Pindharas and took control over them. In comparison to the earlier Governor General, William Bentinck is known as a liberal Governor General. He was quite liberal. कोई तो अच्छा होगा. Bentinck believed that dissatisfaction in the different states due to the imperialistic policy adopted by the previous Governor General could not bring about any unity. So he was very liberal in his deed. See, now if you are continuously enforcing or doing injustice with a person, there will come a time when they will rebel. So he believed in this thing, and that's why he was very liberal, quite liberal with the people of India. Dalhousie came to India as a Governor General in 1848. He was a fierce imperialistic. Dalhousie adopted the policy of annexation. Annexation का मतलब होता है छीनना, झूठवे लेव, जिसको हम गुजराती में कहते हैं. For the expansion of the company and the British imperialism in India. Dalhousie policy of annexation. See now, annexation by war, annexation by king dying without a heir. Heir का मतलब होता है किसी भी संतान के बिना मर जाना. Annexation on the pretext of mismanagement. Annexation on the pretext of debt collection. Annexation to end the namesake rule. मतलब सिर्फ ऐसा ही किंग है और कोई ठीक से मैनेजमेंट हो नहीं रही है, then they will take the rule. So in this way he captured many of the Indian provinces. Punjab, Pegu on the by war, then Satara, Jaipur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, which is in MP. It is not Udaipur, it is Udaipur. Jhansi, Bhagat and Nagpur without dying, a king dying without a hire. Then on the basis of mismanagement he captured Awadh. See Awadh वो king of battle of Plassey में भी आया था, Nawab of Awadh. Then annexation on the pretext of theft collection Nizam provinces, and annexation at the end of namesake rule was Karnataka and Tanjore. Being a imperialistic, Dalhousie was also reformist. Reform करना, changes लाना. The first railway line in India between Mumbai and Thane in 1853 AD was developed by him. He brought that in India. Wireless system between India and England, establishment of public water department, English education, etc. were all introduced during his tenure. He passed laws to ban child marriage and advocated widow remarriage. Within a span of 100 years from the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the British rule and the empire both expanded. See 1857, if you have seen the movie Mangal Pandey, वैसे भी हमें पता है कि first revolt of India started in 1857, मंगल पांडे रानी लक्ष्मीबाई. सो 100 सालों तक उन्होंने इंडिया पे बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब इनजस्टिस की थी, बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों को परेशान किया था. सो देन रिवॉल्ट आफ्टर 100 years the first revolt was started. But in the process, they had to face dissatisfaction of the Indian state, and this was manifested in the form of the first struggle for independence in 1857. The first person to start the revolt or to rebel against the British government was Mangal Pandey. Now we will study the economic impact of the company rule in India. What were the economic impact of the company? See, there can be social, सब चीज़ें जब कहीं भी changes होता है, then there are sometimes